Genius. Absolutely genius. What was that? Eyes? He's lost. He's lost. Is he gonna snap now? It's happening. This is unexpected. Okay. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben, and today I'll be reacting to the Death Note, episode 13. Now, the last episode has left me very scared, because we basically now have Light and L in a race to find Misa. Like, so much hangs in the balance right now, because Misa has the eyes, she isn't as smart as Light at concealing all of this stuff, so whoever gets to her first basically will control a lot going forward. If L finds her, he'll be able to interrogate her, he'll be able to find out about the Death Note, the Shinigamis, all of it, and hopefully this time he'll actually believe it. But then if Light finds her first, he can basically use her with the eyes and then order her to, like, kill L with them, which would just be terrifying. The only slight hope I have is that L seems to just want to get rid of Misa. He's not considering working with her, but I feel like I should just expect the worst now. After Misa being revealed to, like, be there and be here and with a Death Note, it feels like no matter what, I should just expect the worst thing possible. We also know that it seems like more Death Notes will start showing up and more Shinigamis will start showing up, so that's another terrifying thing to think about. That Misa might not just be the end of it. I think I'm just hoping that if enough chaos starts happening, that's enough that basically Light can't control. He's already struggling to find Misa, so if more show up, that's more of a pain for him to deal with. And hopefully L can start just using that and start winning. All I know is that whatever happens in this episode is going to determine a lot going forward, whether or not L gets to her first and he can start winning and stop the killing, or if Light gets to her first and things just get so much worse than they already are. But I think I will say I really do enjoy Misa's character from her being introduced, because it's done a lot. It's revealed a lot about the Shinigami and that there's an actual way for them to be killed, and if they sort of prevent someone's death. And that's how Misa actually got her Death Note, because it's from the Shinigami that saved her life. And yet she didn't really show much remorse for it. She just said it was a beautiful way to kill, not die, actually to kill. I think she's a very interesting type of sociopath, and I think it's just going to be very interesting going forward, seeing her work and what exactly will happen with her character. Like, she isn't just a tool that will help either L or Light get to their goal. She's her own interesting thing, which I'm just very curious to see going forward. But yeah, as always, if you do enjoy this video, please remember to like and subscribe, as it really does help the channel to grow. If you do enjoy my content and you want to help support the channel, I do have a Patreon, the link will be in the description. Of them uploading these videos and the full reaction a week in advance, so if that's something you're interested in, feel free to check it out. With that said, let's just dive on in.
There's another message from the second Kira. I'm told it's a video in a journal this time.
What is that idiot up to now?
Absolutely.
Why can't he just wait?
They can't. They're desperate to meet you. I'm so happy for that. Maybe this can give something away. Can L get this?
2006? These entries are from last year.
I guess it's 2007.
Probably supposed to mean that he plans to do this on May 30th. If this were aired on TV, his intentions would be obvious to anyone who sees it.
Yeah, so you're learning that they're not a smart individual like you.
Shinigami, unless he touches my Death Note. How's he planning to do that?
Oh. Show your Death Note to what?
I forget. Why can't I see my own lifespan even though I have Shinigami eyes?
That's
you could tell me again?
That's interesting. You can't see your own lifespan, but you can see your name.
And just as we can't see the lifespan of others of our kind, humans who possess a Death Note cannot see each other's lifespan.
Oh, so she can see Lights either.
They'll be distracted by the May 30th entry.
Okay.
We confirmed our Shinigami at the baseball game at the Tokyo.
Oh, so that wasn't the real one. Okay, good. So not so stupid then.
The real message from this diary is the one regarding Aoyama.
What do you think? Is it real?
But yeah, now Elle is going to be watching Light and just seeing what he's going to do on those dates.
I mean, it's completely obvious he wants to meet Kira at the home game.
Doesn't he understand what would happen if we aired this message?
Or is that what they want you to do? I want them to start overthinking. Ish.
I'm not even sure how to deal with this whole situation anymore.
Is it throwing Elle off?
From what we've witnessed, it's safe to say the second Kira admires the real one.
Yeah.
He gave his word to the Kira we invented that he'd refrain from killing aimlessly.
Okay, good. So now that's good. Yay. So you can kind of control them.
At the same time, we'll announce that on May 30th, we're going to set up checkpoints on all roads leading to the Tokyo Dome.
You just want to see what they'll do next.
I don't think that Kira would even consider it, but it's possible the other one might.
Yeah.
And
Because
it
then
all depends on how stupid he really is.
Exactly. You clearly know that this new Kira is not as smart, and now you're trying to use that.
There could be another message hidden in this diary, one that's not so obvious.
Love it.
Code that only people who have this Shinigami power can understand. There'd be no way for me to decipher it.
So he is starting to consider the whole Shinigami aspect.
22nd, he's meeting a friend in Aoyama.
That's the one.
Let's keep an eye out for people with notebooks in Aoyama, people in clothing stores in Shibuya.
And okay, good. Got it.
This phony Kira slips up and gets apprehended. At the very least, I have to obtain his notebook.
So yeah, now you've got to go out of your way and try and stop or interfere. It's very difficult for you, which is great.
Aoyama and Shibuya are places I'd go anyway. Not to mention, out of all of us, I'd probably look the most natural hanging out with Matsui.
Can Elle pick something up there? Jumping at the chance for the first one.
Careful getting home.
It looks like an owl, just like the blank stares out the window, watching everything.
I want you to keep a close eye on Light the entire time, and please keep this between you and me.
Love it. He never lets his guard down for a second.
Guess he still plans to investigate Light until the probability that his Kira reaches 0.
And it's only going up.
I'm supposed to keep the fact that I'm helping with the Kira investigation a secret. It's because I was hanging out with my girlfriend.
You were?
Good lie, okay.
It's not that surprising. I'm 18 and I'm in university now. Of course I have a girlfriend. You should look for a boyfriend, Sayu.
That's still weird. It's just, he's not normal.
I can't believe you just said that to Mom. So what's this about a hotel? Sounds pretty suspicious.
And now the mum's consent. Oh dear.
We need to have a little talk.
Should have known.
And I'd appreciate an answer if you could.
We're gonna try and get out of him.
You happen to meet in the human world. Are they allowed to speak to each other?
I'd say it's against the rules unless I had their permission.
Interesting.
But there's no laws against it either,
So
so
you really-
I guess it's possible that another Shinigami might talk to me.
So it really doesn't matter. Okay, fun.
I can assume that you'll act the way you normally do.
Even if I see another human with a Shinigami, I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah, love it. But I think, would Rem do that? Because Rem... hopefully they don't help, but we don't really know much about Rem.
Aoyama is a big area. I was searching for possible meeting places when I stumbled across this.
Note blue. Okay, that's definitely it.
Note and blue, it's a code.
Well, if you ask me, that's pretty elaborate.
So, smarter than we thought, yay.
Which means I'll have to be that much more careful from now on.
Okay, I like this, lights on his toes, because now he's got 2 threats at the minute. Elle and Misa.
What's the point in going there if you don't want him to find out that you're Kira? You really think it's worth the risk?
Oh, wait, no, she doesn't even need to see Ryuk. All she has to do is see him, because she has the eyes. We have to see a person where she can't see when they're going to die. That will give it away.
So what's going on here?
Oh, these are some of my friends from school.
That's so many. Wow, you actually have a lot of friends.
It's his first time ever in Tokyo, and he wants to see Aoyama and Roppongi, so I figured the least we could do was show him a good time.
It's a distraction, yeah. It's just a complete distraction to try and get the investigator off your back.
With all of us walking together like this, even if Ryuk is seen, no one would be able to tell which one of us he's following.
Genius. Absolutely genius.
Keep an eye on the entrance of the note blue when it opens.
I just really hope Elle is considering how... What was that? Eyes? Wig. Has she seen? She found him! Oh, that's awesome! Okay, she knows because he doesn't have the time of death. Okay, that is so cool.
You're the only one whose lifespan I can't see. He's Kira. I can't believe it.
She's done it.
I never thought it would be this easy to find him.
Okay, that was so easy. What is Rem? Okay, what's Rem gonna do with the whole Ryuk thing?
All right,
What's happening?
Rem. Time to go.
Oh?
I can't go up to him and say, "Hi, Kira. Nice to meet you." His name now, so I can easily find out all about him.
She is smart. She's smarter. Okay. Okay, this is this good or bad? I don't quite... I'm enjoying it, but I know overall it's probably a bad thing that she now knows.
Oh, he sure is amazing. Look at all this stuff. He won the national tennis championship when he was in his 2nd and 3rd year.
So she's gonna find out every single thing about him.
I can't find a picture of him, but there won't be anyone else with a name like Light Yagami.
Really? So that's quite... I guess it is an uncommon name then.
And handsome. Everything about him is better than I imagined.
Is she falling in love with him?
The world sure is a scary place. I even know his home address now.
Oh, no. Okay. That's interesting.
Aoyama on the 22nd and in Shibuya on the 24th, and we observed nothing of significance on either occasion.
What is Light thinking of this? Because he likes being controlled. Would he consider that someone was there and has already gotten the information?
Ryuzaki, apparently Sakura TV has just received another message from the second...
They wouldn't say his name, right? They wouldn't say his name. Would they? What would they do?
I'm happy to say that I have found Kira.
Okay, so...
Impossible! Where in Aoyama?
They beat you because there's something you don't know.
It must have seen Ryuk and picked me out of the crowd.
Nope.
No, there's no way he could have known who Ryuk was attached.
He's lost. He's lost. Is he gonna snap now?
The only possible event that would correspond with this tape being mailed on the 23rd is the entry regarding Aoyama on the 22nd.
Brilliant. Okay, they did slip up again.
And the task force who went to Aoyama are Matsuda and Light Yagami.
Suspicion.
Light really Kira after all?
Suspicion's increasing.
This is a disaster if he found him.
Yeah, it most likely means that the two Kiras are now
I love it. He's completely cast in shadow. You can't really see what's going on in his head. And would he snap here?
The second Kira is only saying that he found him, nothing more. He may not have made contact yet.
I love it. He knows everything.
Police need to reach out to the copycat and offer him a deal. We need to negotiate with him to see if we can get Kira's real name.
Yes, good.
That's the last thing you wanted to hear.
I love Ryuk's presence now, just kind of torturing and tormenting, like, love that, not helping him.
But I have no means of stopping the police from sending this message.
You're trapped. You're trapped again. Yay.
Right past wrongs by sharing what you know about Kira.
What
Only you
would
can
she
help us bring his reign of terror to an end.
What you gonna do? She believes in Kira.
To introduce myself.
Oh, great, no. Oh, no, she's here. Okay, it's happening.
Could that be your father? Coming! Welcome!
Interesting outfit to meet people with. Okay.
I just came by to give Light an important notebook he left at school earlier today.
Okay, yep, lying, working, yep.
Light!
Notebook? Could it be?
It's happening. This is unexpected. Okay. What? This is relatively easier than I thought it would be.
I just couldn't take it anymore, so I brought this notebook.
Is that it?
Death Note.
Okay, it is. Okay. That's the writings. Ooh.
Shinigami.
There we go. Okay, no. Oh, no. How is this gonna work? How?
Mom, she came all this way to return my notebook. Could you make us some tea?
I
already told you about her.
Okay, so you're saying that this is your girlfriend then, so that means your relationship is gonna be, oh dear, what? And my brain is hurting.
Oh, thank you.
Please say Elle left some kind of camera or microphone in here. Tell me it's still bugged.
How did you find me?
I knew it. You never made the Shinigami ideal.
There we go, here's missing info.
You can see most people's name and lifespan just by looking at them. However, you can't see the lifespan of any person who possesses a death note.
And now he's got an extra info, great.
I have to admit, even I wasn't aware of that little detail.
Useless. But thank you for being useless.
But you were careless. What if you'd been caught by the police? Then they'd know everything about Kira.
Is he being loud? Can the mum over here?
After all, don't you need someone to see Elle's name?
Great, oh
If you
dear.
want, I could be your eye.
No, do not work with him.
So what?
Would you please make me your girlfriend?
Okay, for what? Like, for real or for the lie?
Impossible. The day that you and I were in Aoyama, there were 3 times the usual number of surveillance cameras around.
She wore a wig. She wore a disguise. She would be fine, right? I'm in two minds. I'm thinking, yes, this would be fun and it would work, but also I don't want this to work because it means light gets more powerful.
But look, these are pictures of me when I went to Aoyama that day.
Yep. She's smart. She's smart in a way that light isn't. Great, no!
They all had the same fingerprints on them.
What did she do?
Yeah, but those aren't my fingerprints. It's not like I do these things without thinking about them first.
She thought about the fingerprints?
And she agreed to help me with it. I had her take care of all of the dubbing, so my fingerprints wouldn't be on the tapes.
Okay, she's smart. She's smart in a way light isn't. This is just not good.
Why are you doing this to me? If you want me to kill her, just say so and I'll kill her.
But she's so open to it!
I'll even let you hold on to my death note, so I'd still be the rightful owner of it, and that means I get to keep my Shinigami eyes.
Interesting, so she actually did give up the ownership. She would lose the eyes too.
Way I could possibly kill you. And if I become a burden to you, then you can just kill me, okay?
She does not care about her own life at all. She's truly obsessed with you and your mission.
Might have removed several pages from your death note. You could be hiding them somewhere for all.
She didn't think that like that. She didn't think...
Why are you so suspicious of me?
So loud.
I already told you, I don't care even if all you do is use me. Believe me.
The sister's definitely listening at the door, right? Come on, please.
My parents were killed in a robbery. I was home with them at the time. It happened right in front of me.
Oh, no.
But the trial dragged on forever. Opinions started surfacing that he was being falsely accused.
Did he get out?
Kira punished him for what he did to my parents.
She has undying loyalty. Oh, it's not just some like random, falling in love with a serial killer. She has undying loyalty for what Kira did for her.
All I wanted was a chance to meet you one day, so I could thank you for what you did.
She is the perfect weapon for light.
So all these irrational moves, they were just a means for her to meet Kira.
She was desperate to meet her hero.
And managed not to leave her fingerprints on the evidence. She's not as stupid as I thought.
Yep, she's actually pretty
smart. She has promised to obey me from now on.
And you can believe it because of what you've done for her. It's gonna be like in the intro, you're gonna... Oh, no, it's not like in the intro. You're fully embracing her. It's not like you could kill her now, because it's in his room, so...
Can't be your boyfriend, but I can act like it.
Really?
Those eyes of yours will become my weapon.
I'll try my hardest to make you love me. I promise.
Yep, she ain't gonna give up. Okay, but why is Light against her being actually his girlfriend? I guess maybe he just doesn't feel that way. And now he has even more power. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He's got even more power. Why? Okay, I think I'm happy that I kind of saw that coming. It was clear that she was going... Yeah, she was... Expect the worst and you won't be disappointed. She was going to meet Light and they were going to team up. That's happened now. I do love the explanation that we finally get on why she's doing it. Because I thought it was just going to be like she fell in love with a serial killer, that sort of thing. That she was just crazy. Nope. She actually has a solid reason for it, which I'm really liking. Because it feels like there's a far more realistic reason than what Light is doing. He's doing it because he wants to become a god. She's doing it because her parents were taken from her. The trial and the justice system that they have took too long, and the opinion started to sway that he was being... that the guy who did it was falsely accused. You can see how much hate that would build up in her heart. And I don't even think that she's a sociopath anymore. I think she's actually just a really hurt person that sees Light as the person that deliver justice. And telling that is what that's telling what he's trying to do for people. And of course that's created her now, and she's now got undying loyalty to him. It's made her such a better character in my opinion. She's not just like a sociopath who's infatuated with Light. Yes, that might be some aspect of her character, but she actually has solid reason for doing this. I mean, it's better reasoning than Light has, honestly. Him wanting to become a god, being disgusted by the way the world is and kind of being bored, wanting to change things. Now you have this woman in there who is just the more interesting on like a human level. She's actually human. Light is the full-on complete psychopath, sociopath, whatever, and she actually has fallen in love with him, and she's going to keep trying to make him fall in love with her. She wants to be his girlfriend, but he's going to play the part, so it's not a mutual thing. He is going to use her, and she's okay with that, but she wants him to be in love with her. It's going to be a very interesting dynamic to see, because she's basically going to be his weapon, but this weapon is going to be constantly yearning for Light to love her back. I don't even know if Light has the capacity to love. We haven't really seen what he truly thinks of his family. I think there is something there, but I don't quite know. He did seem shocked about his dad having a heart attack, but then again he said that he was playing along, that he did care, and it's like, you can't tell. Maybe it is just the case that he can't risk falling in love with her because he may need to kill her at some point, so he's trying to protect himself in that way. Then looking at this in the big picture then, Light has become increasingly more dangerous. He now has this person. I'm just hoping that this can just confuse things though, because he's introduced her to his family. The mum knows about her, the sister knows about her. Obviously the mum would hopefully talk to the dad about her. That's something. Then you realize that Light has got a girlfriend. That's another player in this that's now connected to Light. And that's pretty good timing, honestly, for L and his suspicions. And maybe consider this girlfriend to be the second Kira. He knows that something happened very recently where the two Kiras interacted. Not quite met, but interacted. They identified each other. Then suddenly after, the one that you suspect to be the actual Kira has gotten a girlfriend. That's interesting. Hopefully Elle picks up on this. There's opportunity here. There's literally, with every action this show takes, there's opportunity. Of course, it's very dangerous now, because if Misa ever runs into Elle, she can kill him. That's not good. And we've just seen, we know that she can do it from windows. All she has to do is just see Elle in the window, and he's dead. Light can literally tell her where the building is, what floor it is, what room it is, what window to look through, and just wait for Elle to just be there. And he's gone. He's done. So something big has to happen in the next episode. Otherwise, Elle doesn't stand a chance. But also, really love what else this did for Misa's character, just showing off her intellect, that she isn't stupid. She does have smarts about her. She's being careful, hiding the fingerprints, being in disguise. She took precautions. She even did a coded message. It was smarter than what I thought she was. Obviously, she's clearly not on the same level as Light, but she isn't an idiot. He was desperate and just did the desperate moves to try and get Kira's attention. Fine, but she went about it in a very careful way. She really is a good sort of teammate for Light. I say good. She works well for Light's mission. That's it. She's obviously just adds so much more badness to this whole thing, where she's going to make everything so much worse in that Light now has more power, but she also adds so much else to Light just with the way she's conducting things. Like if she goes quiet now, what does that mean? What does this all do? I also really enjoyed the little Shinigami details we got. One with Ryuk not even knowing about the whole eye thing, where they can't see another Deathhold wielder's lifespan. And then the stuff exploring how the Shinigami see each other and interact. So I don't know, because yeah, Rem can now see Light, and Rem could always see Light, but now Light can see Rem after he touched the Death Note. But Misa has not touched Light's Death Note, so she cannot see Ryuk. Is that something Light is considering doing, or would you just not let her touch his Death Note? This just sets up a lot. It feels like each episode is just getting bigger and bigger, and this has just exploded it. You now have two Shinigami very close together. At least the Death Note wielders are actually talking to each other and working together now. The only thing slightly separating them is that the Shinigami aren't interacting yet, and I don't really know if they can. It was like left up, they might not, it was weird. But as soon as they have a conversation, it's gonna feel so much more connected and more powerful, and I really don't know how L can get out of this. He has to be smart, and he has to stay away from windows. To begin with then, my fears have been realized. I did enjoy this episode, but of course, Light and Misa have now met and they are together, and in two different ways. They have met and they are working together, plus they are now acting as boyfriend and girlfriend. So I do love the dynamic that creates between them, where you have Misa, whose motivation is to try and make Light fall in love with her, but you also have Light, who does not care and is only using her as a weapon. It's going to be very interesting to watch how that plays out. Will Light grow attached to her? Will he not? Will Misa keep trying, or will she give up? Will she turn to resent Light? There's a lot that can be done here. Then just looking at Light in general, I do like that this basically shows him sort of kind of thrown off a little bit, and yet still he's able to remain in control. For the past 3 episodes, he's been wondering about what this idiot is doing, sharing so much info, how can they do this, and just trying to scramble and trying to get the information. He was not even the one to find Misa. She did it. She found him. Of course, she used information that Light didn't have, but still, it shows that he can't do everything. This, I think, might be the first instance where we see that he's not the god that he thinks he is. Misa was able to find him. He was not able to hide. There's stuff he doesn't know. The stuff that Ryuk is not telling him, and Misa is able to get her way when Light fails. It exposes almost a weakness for him where someone else is able to outsmart him. That seems kind of difficult, but it also proves that maybe L can even outsmart him. But since those two are similar, you probably need someone like Misa on L's side, and then that would work and try and find Light quicker. But then of course at the end we get to see him dive deeper into the rabbit hole of evil, and just how he embraces Misa. It feels cold. It's so weird. It's an embrace. It feels so cold and evil and dark. She's reaching out, expressing her love for him, saying about what Kira did for her and how it delivered her justice, and he's basically embracing her, saying that I will accept you. I won't do what you want though. You will be my weapon. You will be my eyes. I will use you. And I'm wondering if he's even appreciating his impact on her, because she's coming from a very interesting spot where her reason for admiring Kira is really understandable compared to Light's own reason for doing this. Yet he isn't even considering the kind of good that he's done for her. He's just thinking about the liability that she causes and how she can be used. He's not even taking a moment to think, I did something good for her, she's thankful for me, that feels nice. He's not even thinking about that. I mean, it just goes to show how far from human he's becoming. So I don't think he's becoming a god, but he's becoming far less human. He's just becoming a monster. And Misa herself, absolutely love what this episode did for her, because I think at the start it kind of presented her as this sort of ditzy, light woman who got a death note and just using it to try and find someone that she admired, that she liked, that she fantasized about. I thought it was going to go down the serial killer trope where some people fall in love with them, bizarrely. Play into this sort of psychopathic tendencies where they don't really care about their own life, they're just trying to meet this person that they think is interesting. But nope, they add a whole new layer to her character where her parents were killed in front of her, and then during the trial, it seemed like the guy was going to get off. Opinions had changed, and they are considering that he was falsely accused. How does that work? I mean, it kind of just shows how bad the system has gotten in this society, in this world, where you literally have the witness who witnessed the whole thing in front of them, their parents taken from them, and opinions were changing. So she would have felt so hopeless and alone and so hate-filled that the society that she sort of must have believed in was going to let this person live. Or at least get off, not live. We don't know if it would have been death or not, we don't know. And then Kira steps in and takes them out. Undying loyalty would be created from that. And you have Light, who's paranoid, not considering that. He actually thinks that she could still betray him. From what she said, there's no way she'd ever betray him after that. That's undying loyalty that Light will get for life from what he's done for her. We also get stuff added to her intelligence when we get to know she isn't an idiot. She covered her fingerprints, or she used someone else's. She used a disguise against the security camera, so she knew people would be watched, and she knew that it would be very sort of heavily surveillanced, so she wore a very good disguise to hide herself. And then she was even able to find Light in the end before he could find her. It's really done wonders for her character and made her so much more interesting to me. I cannot wait to see her go forward and just see what she will do here, because either she's going to go down the sort of rabbit hole of getting more desperate and desperate for Light's affection and just be met with nothing, and either she will just keep going with that, which kind of be a bit boring, or she'll learn to resent him, or just any kind of change will happen there. If she just keeps trying to get his affection and constantly failing, I feel like that can be kind of boring, because it's the same thing over and over again. She keeps trying but getting absolutely nowhere. But of course, is that the purpose of her character though? Is she just meant to be Light's weapon for a god? Because she is perfectly fine with that though. So I think her character has become so interesting, and I cannot wait to see just where she goes now. Then Elle, and yeah, with him we didn't get much on him now, but I'm just glad that we're getting to see his suspicions grow. There's a lot we can pick up on him here. Just that he's very like keeping his mind on the diary and the dates. He's thinking of it perfectly well. He is a genius. He's thinking of literally every possibility that each situation presents. And I'm just hoping that he will somehow get word that Light has a girlfriend. And that happened very quickly, and it's right around the time the two Kiras are interacting. There's so much stuff that can be picked up from this, and I'm hoping that Elle picks it up. I've got to trust him. He's a genius. He's got to pick it up. Because the connections we have, the mum has met the girlfriend. She will tell the dad. And hopefully the dad is smart enough to think, okay, Light is under suspicion. Someone else has been brought in. Retell it to Elle. Let it be added into circulation. As soon as Elle gets that info, hopefully he keeps away from the windows. Because I know the power has shifted drastically. It was in Elle's corner when he revealed his identity to Light. Now it's gone. It's completely gone. He could be dead in the next episode, honestly. Hopefully not. Like, literally all they have to do is get Misa set up at a window, because Light can tell her where Elle is. He can tell her what floor, what room to look at, and all Elle has to do is stand at a window and look out. All he has to do, and then he's dead. We've seen her use the binoculars. We know it can happen, and I need something. Elle could be easily dead in the next episode. It's like, what can they do now? What can he do? He can't do... I can't see how he can get out of it unless he can figure it out and get the information from Yagami. If not, he's dead, unless there's something I'm missing. Then Ryuk, I think I really loved his presence in this episode. It's so much better than when he was helping Elle with the apple stuff, because he's meant to be a passive observer, but also he has that sort of maniacal side to him where he's like enjoying seeing people suffer or like people sort of fail. It's like here, he did not help Light in the slightest, which I'm very happy with, and he also laughed when Elle is struggling. Love that. I'm just hoping that can continue, because I think that will rattle Light. Did I say Elle or Light? I'm gonna keep messing up their names. It's so annoying. It's two L's, and I just think I like that so much better, and I find it so much more enjoyable when he's laughing at Light's failures rather than just watching him succeed. I just like that. It's torment. It's fun, and he's the guy that I want to be tormented. I want Light to lose. He has to lose. He can't make this new world, which he thinks is gonna work, because he is human. He is not a god. He will slip up. Things will not go perfectly like he thinks it will, because he's a psychopath. He will make mistakes, and that will impact his new world, and it will just end up in a complete disaster if he is successful. So I'm really hoping that Ryuk can start being more of a nuisance, and this is all the nuisance I need. Him laughing at Light when he's down, kicking him when he's down. That's all you need, because that will just make what he's going through worse, and that's what you need for him to slip up. Don't let him have a moment to think and just work his way out of something. Keep laughing in his face when he's struggling, so to distract him, if anything. That's all I need. And we also got an interesting bit about more rules of the Death Note, the ownership thing. Misa handed over the notebook and was basically saying that she can hand it over to Light, he can keep it, but that means she won't lose her eyes, her Shinigami eyes. I think they also said that if they hand it over, if they lose that, because I remember that was another rule from like ages ago. If they lose the notebook, they lose their memories. So if someone else gets it, then their memories are gone. But it's interesting here that she can basically give it to someone, but nothing happens. So what does ownership consist of then? If someone steals it, is that relinquishing ownership, or does the person actually have to relinquish the ownership? Could Light just refuse to give it back, and then is that basically saying he has the ownership now? Would Misa immediately lose her memories and her eyes? What would happen there? It's very interesting what this sets up, because it does mean that there's like a finicky type of rule here, where Misa can hand over the book, someone else can hold it, and basically she can leave it with someone, and that works. That's allowed, and she can still keep the eyes, she can still let everything work, she has her memories. I'm assuming she's still talking to Rem. Would Rem follow her, or would Rem stay with the book? I'm not quite sure. But it's very interesting that this sets up a little bubble in the rule, because I do wonder how that could be exploited then. Because if someone stole Light's book, could he basically just refuse to relinquish ownership, and then what would happen there? Would he still have Ryuk? Would he still have his memories? What would go on there? Would someone else be able to write in the book? Then looking at Rem, we can pick up on a few little things here. This Shinigami is far more different than Ryuk. Like, they are actively helping Misa, right? That's clear to me. Rem has not only told Misa about how to kill a Shinigami by making them fall in love with someone, and then them giving their own life to save that person, also told them about the rule with the eye thing, which is something Ryuk didn't even know. We know Ryuk wants to be unhelpful. He's wanting to be a passive observer, but yet Rem doesn't seem quite like that. They're actively like almost answering Misa's questions, not hesitating about it, and actually giving helpful responses. It feels far more helpful compared to Ryuk. And of course, we also know that Rem had interest in Misa before the whole jealous died, because Rem wanted to see how Misa was going to die, and then, of course, saw the thing, got the book, did all that. So they were interested in this person before these events. So it does make me wonder if Rem does have a slight attachment to Misa. By being more helpful, they had that interest. And if that's the case, that could end up being a whole nother dynamic to consider, where you have a Shinigami that's actively trying to help Misa, when you have Light Shinigami who just does not care either way. As for what's next, again, each episode, it feels like it gets bigger and bigger. Misa and Light have met, and I'm assuming they're going to go and try and kill L now. That feels like the logical next step. Light has everything he needs. He has L's location, he knows who L is. All he's got to do is get Misa in a room somewhere with binoculars and just get L to look out the window. That's all he needs to do. That's the logical next step. So L has got to do something big in the next episode to avoid this and just keep avoiding it. Because it feels like only a matter of time now. It feels like the clock is ticking for L. I know he's smart. I know he should be able to find a way out of it. I just don't see it yet. And I'm looking forward to figuring out how that will work. But then, of course, we also have Light and Misa's relationship thing going on. Very interested to see how that will evolve. Because now it feels like the main character has almost become two. I mean, of course, it almost feels like the main antagonist has become two. You have Light and Misa working together, and it's made them so much more powerful. Misa now has Light's intellect to rely on, and Light has Misa's Shinigami eyes to use as a weapon. It makes them so unstoppable, and I'm just wondering how this can be like counteracted. I'm also hoping the next little detail will come. This is like, I guess not big story thing. I want to see Misa touch Light's Death Note and just see Ryuk. I feel like that would be fun. I kind of want the two Shinigami to interact, but that doesn't really have any big impact on the story. That's what I'm just hoping for. I think that'll be cool. Other than that, the next episode's also got to be big, because I think in the last one, it felt like it was building up to this next big thing. The first bit was Naomi. That was its own big thing. Then it calmed down. Now it's building up again. We've had them meet. That still feels like it's still building up. They've met, but that isn't like a big consequence or anything. That's just something that could lead to a consequence. L is their target. That's going to be the big thing, and I'm guessing that's got to be in the next episode. That's got to be where the next big thing happens, and it's how on earth L gets around it. Overall, this episode was just insane. Again, I think it's shocking to me that each episode can somehow get better than the last and do something bigger and raise the stakes in just unimaginable ways. Like, I'm actually expecting maybe an army of Shinigami Death Note wielders will join Light or something. I don't even know. It just seems like one could pile up on the other. But I just love how much this added to Misa. It added so much. I'm just glad that she isn't just this ditzy sort of idiot character that is just good for the eyes. She actually has good power, good backstory, adds a nice balance to Light, where we have this psychopath who wants to become a god, mixed with this woman who feels so much gratitude to him that she's loyal for life for what he's managed to do for her. She is basically the embodiment of the world Light is trying to make, where someone was suffering under the old regime, seeing someone almost get away with killing their parents, and now she is face to face with her savior and is going to do whatever they ask. She's basically a follower, a disciple. She adds to the idea that Light is becoming a god. She also isn't just this blank canvas, she is her own interesting character that you can fully understand and empathize with, far more than you can with Light. She is not only just something to display how Light is progressing, but also a way for the audience to better understand what impact Light is having on the world. But I can't wait to see what else they managed to do with her character, because she's honestly becoming one of the most interesting to me. She's easily managed to climb up there, very close to L and Light's prominence in this. But yeah, with that said, that does bring me to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments, and with that, I will see you in the next one for episode 14. See ya!